Hello everyone, welcome back to Aghalee Farms. We are here on our own this week. Args has taken a trip up to see the motor racing. So we are on our own and we've got a few little things to do, not much. We're just going to keep things ticking over until he's back next week. So if you remember in the last episode, we managed to get all our crops off the field. So there we go, that was the last field we did there. We got everything off, everything baled. We sold the crops straight away, but we're keeping the bales for the animals, of course. I also managed to mow the field you can see straight ahead of us there with grass. So what we're going to do is, one thing we don't have yet is a lot of hay. So we're going to turn this, we're going to get the tedder out, we're going to turn this, then windrow it, and hopefully we'll have time to bale it. We may leave them in the field, but we'll see how time's going, and if we have got time, we'll load them up and we'll bring them back to the yard as well. So, first things first though, this is the big load of straw that we got at the end of the last episode. Stacked 3 high, some very impressive stacking from Args there, manually as well, using this grab, the Gavile grab, rather than the Autoload grab which we have at the other farm. But that means I've got to lift them all off. Now, because they are straw, I'm just considering whether or not we use the silage spike rather than the grab, because it's just going to make it a little bit easier to lift a lot of them off in one go. Now, I might get over enthusiastic here, but I think I could probably lift 2 stacks of 3 at once with that, rather than just the 1 stack here. And again, pushing in my luck with 3, but hey, gotta live dangerously, right? You only live once. Let's see how we get on. So, I think first job before we do anything else is let's get all of these in the shed, and then we'll take things from there. Now, I'm going to have to put this grab somewhere. I think I might just drop it behind me. In fact, let's pop it just in here, out of the way, and then we'll have a go with the bale spike, or the silage spike, should I call it. Right. This is either going to go one of 2 ways, brilliantly or brilliantly bad, but hey, you tune in for the entertainment, so allow me to entertain you. Or not. We shall see. Right. This is, honestly, levels of optimism here are high. But that's probably not a good thing. See how we go. Look, the spike's already in. Probably should reverse up a bit. Okay, let's give it a go. Well, we were doing so well, and I just clipped the upright on the trailer with the spike. Ah, so annoying. So annoying. That's okay though, we can grab them out of the field pretty quick. There's maybe one that we might have to nip around and get. Let me just roll this out of the way so I can get at them. But, oh, I'm kicking myself. But, you know what, these things happen, no damage done. But, yeah, just something else. But Args to give me a ribbon about, but there we go. What's new there? And to be honest, if he'd done the same, I'd be doing the same to him. That's part of the gig, isn't it? Let's try and put them on their end, though, at least, so we can stack them appropriately. Get this first one done, and then we'll try and lift the other ones out of the field. So let's pop this in the shed and then we'll come back for number 2. Right, first one in. Now we've got to lift them over the fence, so that could be a little bit more fun. I think this first one's not really an issue because I can just spike the top of it. In fact, looks like the second one shouldn't be a problem either. I actually have no collisions on the fences either, which will make it very easy. Yeah, it's tipped the other one now, but there we go. Let's see what we can do here. Drop it down. Shake it off. Come on. Pick it up. And again, let's stick this one in the shed. And we'll try for number 3. Right on the gate post now. There we go. That's what I want to do. Just pluck it out. There you go. We'll have to get clever with how we get rid of this one though. Buy us a bit more space here. And flip it over. And we are job done. Right, here we go. Let's try and get it lined up nicely. That'll do. And we are done. Actually, other than that last 3, which I did keep a little bit away from the pile just to stack them up, that's alright, isn't it? For the fact that we lifted them all down 6 at a time. That is not bad at all. I am pleased with that. Right. Now, with nothing else to do, I think we don't need this tractor or trailer yet. So what we'll do, we'll take the T7, which is in the other yard, or the other field, just across the road here. We'll run that back, and we will come back with the tedder for the grass field, I think. There we go, there's T7. Great tractor, this. Absolutely love it. It's done a power of work already, actually. As is shown by the amount of mud on it. But yeah, good horsepower on this. We went for the short wheelbase one, just for getting around a little bit easier, actually. But we can run this back to the other yard now. And back for the tedder. So, we'll see you when we get back to the other yard. Right, here we are, back in the yard. We'll just reverse the baler into the shed here, out of the way. And then I think I left the tedder out last time we were here, because I was going to do that whilst Args was doing the combining, but he was so fast, because these fields are so small, that he was already done by the time I'd done the mowing, so that's all good though. So we'll just grab and run. There it is, yep, exactly where we left it. Good stuff. Okay, not the widest tedder in the world, purely because anything bigger would be a real challenge to get around not just the roads but the fields as well. So there we go. Grab those. All good. Just be careful coming out of here that we don't bang it off the wall, which should be fine. There we go. Right, back up to the other field now. The nice thing is of coming this way, you just go straight over the road into the field. You don't have to navigate any tight corners or anything like that. So nice and simple. Here we are, straight over and straight in. Right, I'm going to go clockwise around the field, I think. Let's get everything set up. Let's get on with this. This shouldn't take too long at all. And then it's straight back in with the windrower. there we go. Field done. Let's get this folded up and we'll head straight down, grab the windrower, and we'll be back. Now, my only slight frustration with this is you have to close the gate every time because it just encroaches on the field. It's a shame it doesn't fold around a little bit more to here. I suppose we could adjust that if we wanted, but hey, if that's our biggest problem, I'm okay with that. Right, let's get this put back in the shed. We'll grab the windrower. I'm very conscious we don't have a pressure washer on the farm yet. And you know how Args likes his clean tractor, so we may spend some of our earnings from selling our crops in the last episode and treat ourselves to a nice little pressure washer. Right, we're back. The tedder doesn't need washing yet. This does, but I'm not going to do it now. But I will place our pressure washer, I think, just over here on this corner. Works nicely. Big yard to walk around and things like that, so it should get most things clean. So let's do that. I'm sure Args won't be upset at us spending that money. Right, there we go. Let's just pop it somewhere like this. Wonderful. Right, it's ready for when we need it. Okay, like I said, we'll park this up and we'll get the windrower. There we go. Disconnect. And we will just quickly reverse straight up into the corner here. The way these are laid out means you should be able to grab every piece of equipment without much hassle. There we go. I do love this little Crone windrower actually. Very good bit of kit. Right. Just watch that gate there, or the edge of the shed. A little bit easier to do it that way. Okay. Back to the field we go. Quickly nip across the road again. Now this one, I probably want the windrow to go into the field, don't I? So, let's do that. Let's get it unfolded. Right, we're all hooked up. I forgot this is manual on the mouse. You can actually push it a little bit wider if you want. There we go. We're going to go there, I think. Okay. Let's see how we get on. I want to do one lap like this, and then we're going to go clockwise the other way. So we don't get things... don't end up with one huge windrow in the middle of the field. Just that will clog up the baler. But we should be right for this first run. Right, we are running. We're doing a bit of a double headland on this first one. You see the first one, we pulled it all away from the edge of the field. Now the second one is kind of bunching the first row and the second row together, but not right in the edge of the field. So when the baler comes around, it can pick it up without struggling. It does mean that we're going to have a double windrow, which means a lot of bales very quickly. But once we get onto the up and down, so we shouldn't have any issues. So let's push on and see how we get on. Now you can see, because we pulled that first headland out, the second one is a little bit closer to it, which will be fun when we're driving the baler, but we'll tidy it up. It'll be fine when we're done, and then once we get on the up and downs we should be fine. But you can see how much smaller that windrow is compared to the first one, can't you? With just the one pass on it compared to two, but it's all looking good. Right, we'll push on, let this do its thing, and we'll see you when we're done. Right, last few passes here. As you can see, as we've gone all the way down there, we've managed to bundle 2 passes together, which should make things a little bit easier when we get in here with the baler very shortly. But all has run swimmingly. I'm very pleased with how this has gone, so we'll get organised. We'll get these last few passes done. Get this windrower back to the farm, grab the baler, and it's all systems go. Right, there we go. Back across the road. Now, this windrower does look like it's got quite dirty, so we will give this a little spray with the pressure washer before we put it back in the shed. But like I said before, I'm going to hold off until we've finished with the baler, because the baler's very dirty too, so between the two of them, we'll wash the tractor and the baler right at the end. But definitely this could do with a little spray before it gets put back in the shed. So we'll do that. There we are. Look, you can see the guard there is a little bit dirty. So it won't take us long to clean this. And then straight back with the baler. Right, grab the baler quickly. Gone full circle, that's how we started the episode, isn't it? Right, let's loop this around. Let's go and make some hay bales. Right, one more time, into the field we go. Spin it up, but before we do that, let's shut this gate again so we can get around here. There we go. Right, this shouldn't take too long. So, like I said, let's make some hay bales. Right, we're nicely working our way through this. It's going to take a little bit longer to do, so I think on that note we will call it here for the episode. Thank you very much for watching. It's probably, by the time I edit this down, maybe a relatively quick one, just because the amount of time we've just been doing jobs, so hopefully that's okay, and we'll be back with ARGs next week anyway to get through the chores. So this was just to try and break the back of this field, really, so we didn't have to worry about it next week. So for now, from me, all on my lonesome here on Aghalee Farm, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon. Take care. Bye for now.